Yo, how we doing, guys? It's been a while since I made a video, but I been very busy. Quick little update. I finally got my camera, kind of 100%. I'm still missing one wire for the monitor that I've gotten for it, but that should be here Monday. I'm currently using my phone as a wireless monitor. It's a little bit glitchy, but I can see myself, which is the most important part, right? For those that are interested, I got a Sony A6400 like 3 years ago. Never used it because I wanted to start a vlog page, but I basically had nothing to vlog about. I was in the midst of my drinking and was only bartending, and that was basically it. So I kind of just put it away, and I'm over a year and a half sober now, Cali sober, if you will. But I decided to start filming myself and what I'm doing, and in terms of work, of course, and try to expose my business a little bit more by using my face and giving you guys like behind the scenes of what we do. Um, Excuse me. I think I talked a little bit about what I do. Excuse me. Had a burrito. I own a junk removal company. I work at a mechanic shop, custom, full blown everything shop. Shoot, man. With my business, we do junk removal. We resell on eBay. Uh, we flip cars. We dismantle cars. We sell the car parts. All that stuff. So we stay busy. But I do know that a lot of you started subscribing or watching because you wanted updates with the liquidation pallets that we went and sourced and hauled ourselves. I'll come up with an update with that. First, I wanted to talk about this dude that I met today. It was kind of interesting. It was at his place of work, which was 7-Eleven, and I was at the shop, and I went to go get some nicotine and some candy, and I put my candy down and told him that I wanted, blah blah blah, and he tried selling me a different product, and I just wasn't having it because he tried the day before. I was like, bro, just sell me that thing, right? And it was just Zins. But I don't really know if I'm supposed to say that. Whatever. I bought some Zins, and he was kind of sassy after I said no 2 days in a row. So what he did was he looked at my candy, and he was like, is all this candy for you? And I was like, for me and the guys at the shop. And he was like, don't you think that's kind of childish? And I said, don't you think it's kind of childish to be working behind a register and to be playing with Slurpees all day? Slurpees? He didn't like that too much. But I fucking... Don't be talking shit if you're not gonna fucking expect nothing back. Especially with a blue collar guy. Come on. You're getting it. Sorry. But that was probably the most fun I've had in the last week or so. I've been running around mainly, getting ready for my junk removal business, if you will. That side of the business, it's starting to be, it's getting to be the busy season. I'll post this in the video, hopefully. I got some signs for the truck finally, and then boarded it up. It looked fantastic. Also got a website up for the business also, so that should be live in the next day or so, hopefully by next week for sure. I just got the domain site. I got the review, or like the draft of it, if you will, or the mock-up. It looks fantastic, so I'm stupid stoked on that. And then I just got to do a few things like cancel other advertisement and go full-blown Google and see what I can do. Now with the shop, I don't know if anyone cares about that, but at the mechanic shop that I'm working at, we finished up the 70, I think it's a 71 Chevelle that's pro charged. Had to rebuild the engine after building it to be 1,000 horsepower engine. Now, I didn't partake in all the rebuild or the build. This is before my time, but the car is still there. I've been working with this guy for I've known him for a while, but actually working for 3 months now. But we had to basically tear the engine out, rip it all apart, put a new oil pump in it right after we literally finished it. So that was a process, and now it's going to get dyno tuned for sure. And he's expecting 1,000 horsepower on this thing. It's freaking sick. I'll do a little short, I think tonight or tomorrow, kind of with the shop and like my day-to-day life. I want to put stories out there to kind of show you guys what I'm actually doing every single day. So I'm excited for that. Now I got some upsetting news. I bought a couple pallets. Actually, I think I only bought one pallet or a box or a package from B Stock, and it was like 82 smartwatches. Now I started posting all the smartwatches. About 5 or 6 of them got taken down from eBay completely because they're advertised as. Sorry, I'm gonna check my mic real quick. Oh yeah, we're good. They're advertised as counterfeit. So we spent $325 for all of it to get shipped to our house. We're basically out $300. Don't buy stuff from B Stock. I think that was my one and only time that I bought anything from B Stock. I just don't know if it's worth it, especially getting counterfeited products. Kind of crazy, but I think my game plan for that would be just to sell the lot off to somebody that wants to try to make money on it, and hopefully I can make, the majority of my money back and take that and reinvest it and try to make it all back. But we'll see. I'm still going to sleep on that and kind of figure out a plan for that. But if you're looking at B Stock, be careful with what you buy, especially if it sounds too good to be true, like 82 smartwatches. It's probably too good to be true. It's weird. I was playing with one, and they're like a spitting image of an Apple Watch. So, kind of sus. But with that being said, we're going to figure that out. Now, let's talk about some numbers with the eBay store. It's been a really interesting month. I'm going to pull the numbers up real quick. I had it up, and now they're gone, unfortunately. But we started off really strong this month. We started off with like $1,000 in the first week of sales, right? Which is awesome, because the first month, we've only been selling now for 2 months. This is our second month. The first month we only brought in, I think, $1,300, maybe almost $1,400. Now we surpassed that our first 2 weeks of selling, which is pretty cool for this month. From the 1st to the 18th, we had 1,900, almost $2,000 in sales, just under $2,000 in sales. Average ticket price is $50.91. We have 39 items sold so far. We have a lot of offers coming in. Now, I was kind of sketched out because we were selling stuff, and then we stopped for a couple days, and then I got back on the posting and advertising and all that stuff, and then we started selling again, and then it kind of just plateaued. I wasn't making that $100 that I wanted every day, or really anything close. I think the highest we had was $123 for like a week, and we had little sales trickling here and there. This was $124. And then it died for like 2 days. So I was like kind of stressed on it because we have numbers that we want to meet, obviously, and we just made a pretty big investment that we're trying to recoup and continue to reinvest. So I put everything on a 30% sale. I was planning on doing this anyway at the first of the year, but it kind of worked out. I just held off because we were making sales, and then it stopped. Now with that being said, we started the 30% sale, I think 2 days ago. We sold $253 yesterday, and today we sold $186 worth of stuff. So that kind of, makes me feel a lot better about sitting on product, obviously, and it was stagnant. So now that we're getting a little bit of traction, I feel better about posting some stuff, and so on and so forth. Now, with that being said, we've had some noob stuff happen in terms of my listing, and also, a lot of it's my listing. We have one return on a camera. I forgot to post a picture of the back of the camera. The front of it looked immaculate, but the back, the fucking logos for the buttons were starting to wear off. And also, I'm colorblind, so I can't really see color. The screen on the camera had like a yellow hue tint to it, I guess, on the left side. I still can't see that. So I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to go through the camera and then repost it for a discounted price and see what else we could sell. That's a drag. We also have had another return on... We've had quite a few returns this week. So the camera was one return. We had another return on those smartwatches that I discussed a little bit. Them being I think we sold one for $26 or something plus shipping. And then we got a pretty gnarly request. So when I say gnarly, the message was pretty long and pretty much saying that this whole thing was a piece of junk and counterfeited, and it was not the item that was listed. So obviously that doesn't look good on our part. I'm gonna have to handle all of this tonight and take it all down and then refund the money and get that our product back. But just be very careful, I guess, with some of these liquidation sites. I don't remember seeing a manifest of exactly which ones were on there, but I do know that I probably missed something, but they're also being a little bit deceitful. So these liquidation sources, you got to be very careful. That's all I got to say. Kind of a bummer because we're gonna. It sucks having to do returns, and it also sucks having, you know, that product next to our name. That's pretty much the gist of it. It's just a bummer, and that's something we're gonna have to fix ASAP. So no B stock. Highly recommend that. Also recommend not messing around with smartwatches when they're not known, unbranded, if you will. Crazy stuff. But then we also got another return. So those are two returns. The third return was for a GPU, a graphics card that I sold out of a computer that was untested thoroughly, was believed to be 4 parts, and obviously we sold it as is, no returns in the description, even in the description. And it says, it was all listed as parts, no returns, all that. Now apparently this kid bought the card, plugged it in, it didn't work, which we were saying it was 4 parts. Then he took it to a technician. The technician got it working. He took it back home, and then it stopped working, and then he expected me to issue a refund. And I was baffled, honestly. I was like, I thought I messed up on the listing again, because I'm good at that. And I went through, and of course it said 4 parts, 50-50 of it working or not working, or, you know, do what you want with it, basically. Sold as is, new refunds, like, untested product. Thoroughly untested. We don't know what this is. So, as a buyer, you read all that. You should understand the risk, I guess, in my opinion. No matter what age you are, you don't buy a project or a product and expect to use I use my grandma's money card. I'm sorry, dude, but you should have saved up that money and bought something that was double or triple the price, or go get a fucking job. Excuse my language. Anything other than make me feel like a fucking asshole for selling you something that you probably shouldn't have bought. It was in the description. This is for a technician to use for parts. That's what it was. So that one I don't feel too bad about. I'm going to get these other 2 people their money back, though. Now, I was really concerned about returns when I first started, and it was kind of a blessing. We got like 1 return, I think, the first month, and it was, again, my listing. I think I posted it as an item that was working, but it wasn't working, and we didn't test it, basically. Had to send that back, and I was like, okay, that's not so bad. We still have 100% feedback, positive feedback, so that's cool, but it's been crazy because we got hit with like 3 returns all in the matter of the 2nd or the 18th, let's just say the 14th to the 18th of the 2nd month that we've been doing reselling. Now we'll see what happens with this request that we have to take care of with eBay and see if it goes through. But I know for sure that I need to get these people their money back for the other 2. I've already done the camera, but for sure this smartwatch, because that's just a bummer, honestly. What are you going to do, though? You can't win them all. Now, so far for this month, we're at $1,900. I think I told you that already. I'll just leave it to be. For this week, though, we're at about $600 in sales, so that's pretty cool. Excuse me, actually. Let's just see. Last 7 days. Oh, wow. Let's just do the 11th to the 18th. In the last week, only $500 in sales, just under 500. But that's all right. You know, it's going to be an up and down little wave that we got going on, but it'll balance out in the end. But that's all in all. With the investments that we've made, I have to go through and tally all of the monies. But I think we're at just over 3 grand, 3,300, almost $3,400 in the last 2 months. We've invested collectively like almost 6 grand. That's including the commute to Las Vegas to pick our stuff up and back. So we're about halfway there. Now we do know that we're not probably won't be seeing some cool money up until the 4th or the 5th, maybe even the 6th month. But this is just part of the process, and it's pretty cool to see the numbers kind of building up a little bit. But that's basically where we are. We're hoping to hit like 35 to 4 grand in net sales this month, and then to keep scaling, I want to try to hit 8 to 10 grand every single month. That's my goal. I want an eBay store at 2,000 items and consistently be busy on posting, resourcing, all that, along with my junk removal side of the business. Now the whole goal behind the eBay store is so I can move out of state basically and not have to worry about needing to start a business or needing income right away. I have something already that I've already got going. You know, that's my goal here. I'm hoping. My brother says he wants to move in the next like year to 3 years ish, so we'll see. Ultimately, I don't want to live far away from my little brother, so I think whatever he decides to do, I'm going to go move into the general vicinity, hopefully with him, but we'll see. That's my goal. And then obviously revamp my junk removal side and all that other stuff, and we'll see. It's basically just moving for cost, and I want something different. California is just, it's turning out to be not entirely for me anymore. I just need more space. Now, another thing I've been wondering is, should I get more inventory? Should I just bite the bullet and go in a couple weeks and start placing some bids on some pallets? I do think it's a little premature, unfortunately, but I also think that we need more product here soon, and I'm not the thrifty garage sale kind of guy. I just want to go buy my list of manifested items and go home and source it or deal with it, you know. So I'm thinking on that. I'm thinking I'm going to go probably in the next month or so again to go get more inventory, but we'll see. It also depends on how much we sell and how consistent we can stay. The next 2 weeks will definitely dictate that. Now, if anyone wants me to do like a camera video of my camera, like a full rig update, if you will, let me know. I'd be juiced on that. All in all, we're still striving. We're still moving forward. We're still trying to reach our goals. The goals meaning get a shop, $1,000 a day in eBay. That's just overall sales, including everything. And also hitting, you know, averaging 5 to 2 grand a day in junk removal. That would be ideal. I'm just spitting numbers out right now. It's not what's happening. This is my first actual year, like start to the year of being self-employed almost 100%. So we'll see. I'm pretty excited. I think my plans are pretty good. I just gotta execute them. You know what I mean? But yeah, with that being said, comment, subscribe. If you guys have any questions about my process, about anything at all, please ask me. I'd love to give you my take on it, and not only that, I'd love to hear what you guys think too. So if you think I could do something different, better, any of that, please give it to me. I remember last video there was a couple of people that were set off by my envelopes that I was using for the packages or my shipments, and just for the record, they are padded envelopes. They look like documented, you know, manila envelopes that you'd send just for your papers, but no, they're really padded. But yeah, if there's more, let me know. I would love to hear it. With that being said, dude, stay up, keep grinding, and avoid B stock, dude. Don't do it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon.